So I'm here at High Fashion Fabrics for my very last trip. This is number 4. And I'm really sad because the store is closing. And when I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be my last chance to buy really nice, high quality fabrics in Houston. And then added bonus, it's a discount. So there's 25% off anything you buy in the store. And then if you buy the end of the bolt, it's 50% off. So I'm here today with my friends Jen and Ann, and we're going to go inside and do some shopping and see what is left in the store because this has been going on for about a month now and might be a little picked over, but I'm optimistic that we will all walk out of here with bags of good stuff. This is what the store looked like 2 weeks ago. And this is pretty much the same way it looked when I used to drive down from Austin to shop for fabric for college projects. I was always super inspired by the draping on the dress forms. And this is what it looks like today. When we walked in, there was a massive shortage of inventory in this front part of the store. But I'm really sure there are still bargains to be had, and we will find them if we just look hard enough. We're at High Fashion. Jen's here. Anne's here. We're looking at fabric. We're doing a fun fabric commentary.
If I'd have to change my whole life for this fabric.
I don't think you would. Pull it out. Let's look at it.
Okay.
How much is that a yard?
I mean, this is a different woman who has like Balenciaga in her closet, you know?
I think you should aspire to have Balenciaga in your closet. Not the weird ones, though, with like the claw hands and all that weird stuff that's happening now. Like classic Balenciaga. I think that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
How much is it?
It looks like it smells good. It looks like perfume.
It does look like perfume.
Doesn't it?
Don't you love how Jen describes fabric? It's just fantastic.
Oh.
What are you seeing, Anne?
I am seeing summertime beach resort cruise scrunchie.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All of
Bright
them are
orange.
That's really pretty.
sunglasses.
Or
And
like,
sunglasses.
Copper tone.
Yes.
that's awesome. Jen, are you still playing with that fabric?
No, I'm
So
I'm
this
trying to
seems
roll it up.
pretty-
Unsuccessful.
This seems like a.
It's
this seems
25% off.
expensive. So $42.50.
25% off, but that's a lot on that bolt.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
10
That's gonna
yards.
be that's gonna be way too much money.
I think I need to start with something more reasonable.
Yeah,
this is
85 a
silk.
yard is
It's
very
actually
expensive.
sew on. You know,
Well-
silk is like a tough fabric to start with.
Yes, and Bob gave me a budget.
Ah,
What's your
boo.
budget, Anne?
Well, I told my husband, I said, what's my budget? And he said, I said, whatever you think my budget will be, double it,
Okay.
and then I'll consider it. And he said, $50. And I said, $50 to doubling? He's like, no, 25.
Oh my
And I said-
gosh. That's insane. Like, look at Jen's face. Like, that's insane.
So that bag is 1
That's
yard.
a thin scrunchie.
Yes,
We need a
it's-
full scrunchie.
Yeah.
So I agreed to 100.
This is some crepe de chine, which means it's kind of like pebbly silk. This is actually like a good price because it's only $29.99 a yard. But I don't know what I'd do with this other than like a caftan because it's so sheer.
We're going to approve the captain.
I think beach wrap.
That's what I was thinking, like a beach throw over. That's like, so, but then is that too excessive? It's, Jen's shaking her head behind the camera. You can't see this, but
Nothing is too excessive at this point. Go for
well,
it.
I think since it didn't make it the first time I was here, it didn't make the cut the first time. Well, maybe
If you're
cut
still
the
thinking about it, though, that's the
Well,
whole
I just think
test.
I think it's really pretty.
That is the test if you're still thinking about
That's
it.
I
right.
think so. This is Silk du Peony, and I'm not a preppy person, but I kind of love this for the hot pink. What do you think? Yes,
Yes.
I think
Madras.
so. It's like Madras plaid, but it's silk, and it's only $21.99 a yard, and that's 60 inches wide. So wouldn't this look pretty in pants, like some capri pants, some like cigarette pants? So pretty.
Yes, but I can
Yeah.
also see like I Dream of Jeannie, Bollywood.
Oh no, I don't want to go that
Okay,
crazy.
okay.
I'm thinking more of like a slim cigarette kind of short, like right here, kind of pant.
Cute.
Thinking that. Okay.
Very cute.
All right, we'll put this on the
With a
possibility.
blazer for work,
That would be super
like a
cute. for the
camp
summer.
blazer.
That'd be super cute. I had my eye on this. The last one was here. But it's not quite enough in like one bolt, but there's 2 bolts. And I think they're pretty close to the same color purple, if not the same purple. So this is
$18.99 a yard. But if I buy the rest of the bolt, which I think one has about 1.5 yards and the other might have 2 yards, it would be half price. It'd be 50% off. So I think this is going to go in the stack too of maybe let's take this. And Jen asked a very good question of what are you going to use this for? And I don't know, but it's purple and it's linen. It's Italian rayon linen. And so I think it definitely will be something that could be added to my stash that I will use because it's purple. And I love
He loves purple.
I think that's what we're gonna do. What did you find?
Black and white, two-tone linen. It is flax linen.
Nice.
And it's got kind of a thicker, like it could be a suit, it could be a dress. But I kind of like it. Be a great pair of pants.
It looks fabulous.
Yeah.
This section of the store is very, very naked. And you have to think about what it looked like back in the day when this was all full and it was like massive sparkles and fabric. And like you can see how empty a lot of it is. But like imagine the other half of the store that has a bunch of stuff in it, but like on this side too, because that's what it used to look like. And now it's just starting to look like, you know, the fabric locusts have come through.
Anyway, it's like yarn dye.
You think so? That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's woven.
I think they mean patterned.
Maybe they mean
I
pattern.
probably just reused a sign.
Maybe, because I mean, I don't see any printed silk anywhere. So it's totally possible. This is my favorite part of the store because this is where all the silk is. I've already purchased quite a few yards of silk dupioni. Yeah, that's what you just said. Jen's just like, here we go. Here we go. So this is silk shantung, and you can kind of see that there's this heavy slub in the weave of the fabric, which is what makes it shantung. But this is like kind of natural silk, whereas when they weave it, they don't smooth out the fibers to make them even, like you would with like a silk charmeuse. And then there's dupioni, which is pretty similar, but I don't think that the slub is quite as heavy. So there's still a little bit of that in here, but not quite to the same extent. So you can't quite see it as well. It's a little bit smoother, but there is the occasional little slub.
Smooth.
That one's a super smooth. Is that a dupioni?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a super smooth dupioni, except it's stiff. So that's the other.
Some body.
It has some body to it. Dupioni and shantung both do. They're kind of a thicker silk, so they're easier to sew. They're not as yeah. They're not like charmeuse, which is like
The truth.
I do. That's why I like this kind of fabric, and that's why I've already bought several yards of it in a variety of colors because it's so easy to sew, and it cooperates. It acts like regular, non-silk fabric. So
That cannot stay here. It's a cousin.
it is a cousin to the other one that I bought. This is raw silk suiting. You can see it kind of looks like I don't know. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's 54 inches wide. They're calling it red. I think it's. What would you say this color was?
Raspberry.
I think it's raspberry beret.
Raspberry beret. That's it. Raspberry beret.
It is raspberry beret. Oh, it's $39.99.
That's okay, right?
I don't know. Let's see how much is on the bolt. We'll see how much is on the bolt, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
It's $40 a yard. So,
Yeah.
but it's so gorgeous. I mean,
It's beautiful. It's got such a nice drape, but like not too much weight. It's
it's not
beautiful.
too heavy. It's like gosh, this would be so beautiful in like a Chanel style suit, don't you think? But like the summer version, like not the boucle, the summer
Yeah.
version in. Wouldn't that be gorgeous?
So cute.
Okay, well we'll take this to the cutting
Color block it with the other one.
So,
Just-
Tony, since I don't know anything about fabrics, tell me about this one and how hard it is to sew.
Okay, it's super slick. This is silk charmeuse. This is like the super advanced version. I don't know that I'm ready to sew this fabric. I'm going to put that out there. I did buy some of this for lining my wedding dress because it's so gorgeous. And my fabric for my dress is a little bit sheer. And so I think this is the one. I think this is the one we picked out, or this might have been choice number
I think
2.
so.
I think it's this color then. So I think it's that one. Anne likes this one. It's silk. So this is like the silk that you think of. Like you can see how
Satin.
it's like it's not satin because it's not the weave. It's a charmeuse weave, so it's a different weave. But you can see how it's got this fantastic luster on the right side, and then the wrong side is more matte. But look at the drape on that. Like, oh.
So, Jen told me I needed a walking foot with my sewing machine. Is that like a fabric I would use a walking foot with?
It would probably help.
Mm-hmm.
Probably help keep it going, feeding it through. Yeah. So these are the fabrics I have so far for this trip. Now keep in mind, this is my 4th trip here. And I'm filming it with Jen and Ann so that we're having a girls' day out. And I've got this purple rayon linen, which is going to come home with me because that's going to be like $9 a yard. We've got this Madras plaid silk, which is Sicilione, which is cute. This one is what is that? Basically 22 a yard plus the 25% off. We have this gorgeous hot pink suiting that's silk. That is
Rich.
I know it's rich. This one is $40 a yard. And then we have the tie dye. And this is the one I'm not loving. This is what's been happening. Every time I come here, I pick this up, I carry it around the store, and then when I get to the cutting table, I'm like, no, I'm not loving it. I just think I'm not loving it.
I
think
gotcha.
I like it because it's purple and it was by the front door.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's why I
cute,
picked it
but you're
up.
just not
Yeah, I don't
there.
think
You're
I'm
not there.
a tie-dye boho kind of person.
Yeah.
What do you think? I don't think I'm a
I don't think so either, but
I
I
know
want
you
you to
like
be
it.
for the beach. But if you don't vibe this, then forget it. Getting out of here.
Oh, you know what though? Dan keeps talking about wanting to go on a cruise one day. Tony, that would
captain.
this would be Captain Cruise wear. Oh, I'm so torn. Ann, what do you think? Ann votes yes.
I vote yes.
She totally votes yes.
How much was this? This is this is $30 a yard. Break to sheet. That's no. I'd rather have this for $40 a yard.
But they're two different moments. Yeah, I don't even know how you're comparing those.
I'm not. It's just price points. It's just how much money have I already spent here? And right? That's where we are.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will run a red light on the way home. And
So that I have to represent you in court. Let's not do that. Let's not
Okay.
do-
No, wait. But this one, okay, the thing is that you're never going to get this chance again. The reason why this place makes sense to fill out the stash is because when it closes, you're never going to get good fabric and you send at all.
Yeah.
You're going to have to buy it
It's gonna
online.
have to be everything's gonna have to
Online.
be online. Okay. Jen has talked some sense into me.
Okay, so if Dan is talking about a cruise that's equal.
Because I think this is definitely perfect.
Over a black bikini,
This is
fine.
perfect for cruise wear. Okay.
Mm,
All right. We'll keep
he'll love it.
moving forward.
For now, you
For
may
now.
still kick it out.
So Jen has accused me of being a stash enabler, which I totally am because I found one of these fabrics and then told Anne she should get it. I don't think I'm an enabler. Do you have a yard?
These are going to be gone.
Yeah, these will all be gone. Everything will be gone eventually.
If
Jen's the enabler, not me. Jen is totally the enabler. Jen's checking out the Battenberg laces. Oh yeah, they do have a lot of different widths down there.
There
This is the initial one she was looking at. Which is pretty. And this is the fabric she's going to use. But I think you're going to dye it, right?
And now that you've said that,
I think you should. I think it'll look really gorgeous.
updated.
Oh, that one's pretty. It's a little shorter, narrower, I think.
Some of them have kind of a floral, and some of them have
Right.
kind of a paisley or
Yeah.
lotus pattern.
It kind of just depends on what you're.
I want a narrower one. 'cause
These
it
are
goes for my
narrower at
short-
this end.
Okay, cool.
That one's pretty. That looks like that's the same one. Jen, you keep
It is
picking
the
the
same
same one.
I know.
I think it's really pretty.
Okay.
And then you can
Do it.
dye it and you can use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with that, Jen?
We're gonna make Anna dress.
make me a dress.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Tina Gibbons pattern. It's really cute.
Nice.
It's the dress that goes with these pants.
Oh, okay. Those are super cute pants.
Yeah.
I should have worn something me made today and I just didn't.
My labels in.
Yeah.
I wore a beret.
Nice, nice.
I like it.
Good job, Anne. I've got on regular clothes. So boring. So boring. Okay. You're getting a half yard of all of it, Anne?
Yes.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I bet you know how much all of it is. It's yeah, we'll leave that on the side. I'll take it all.
I love it. That's what I love to hear. I'll take it all.
What they do, they give you a discount on it?
That looks good. Let's take that. Are they the same price? I think they are both 18. Yeah. Looking at them on the table, I think they're slightly different colors. This one has
They
kind of
do
like-
look different.
but that's okay. 1.5 is enough to make something with.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that one has.
I think you could sneak it in.
You think you could sneak it in and do top and a skirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking because I think it's close enough. Oh, that's going to be such a cute.
Isn't that cute? Has
Yeah.
a bow with the shoulder.
Yes, I love it. That's going to look so good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's perfect.
That's awesome.
I had the best time shopping with Jen and Anne. And while Jen and I have gone shopping for fabric before, somehow it was just more fun this time, and having Anne join us just increased the general merriment. So this is the bag of fabric that I brought home with me, and I'm super excited to show you what's inside up close so you can see the detail of the fabric. Let's get started with the raspberry beret. This is labeled as red. Like, I just checked the receipt and it says red raw silk, but it's definitely pink. It's a gorgeous color. I absolutely love it. The fabric is beautiful. It is raw silk, which means it's less processed than super smooth, fine, like charmeuse silk. It kind of has like a linen type texture. And when you look at it, you can see there's some variation in color in the weave, which is kind of giving it this unusual kind of design actually within the fabric. And I really like that. I think this is going to be beautiful for a suit. I got 4 yards of it, and that was the end of the bolt. There was a little bit of damage, so it's like 4 1/4, 4 1/8 yards, because there was damage at one end, but it's not going to cause any problems. And it was $40 a yard, so that came to like basically $80 for this fabric. This is pretty much the last chance I have to buy this quality of fabric at these prices, you know, because like Jen said, it's closing forever. There are no comparable fabric stores in Houston, and this is it. This was the like premier fabric store in town for the last 40 years, and the fact that it's closing is very, very sad for all of us garment sewers out there. Let me move this out of the way onto this chair back here so it's not blocking the view. Next up, we have this gorgeous purple Italian rayon linen. I did get both pieces of this, and they are slightly different colors. It's really hard to see unless you put them right next to each other. And one of them is just slightly darker than the other. So I can use them and color block, you know, like maybe like the top half of a dress in one piece and the bottom in another, which I'm thinking about. But if not, I could always just make 2 garments. I have 1.5 yards of one, 1 3/4 yards of the other. This is rayon, so it's a little bit softer, and it's going to be a little bit more forgiving than flax linen, because flax tends to be a very stiff fiber, and rayon's a little bit more malleable, a little bit softer. So hopefully it will have better shape retention than traditional flax linen. 1.5 yards piece came out to $14.24, and the 1 3/4 yards was $16.62, which, when you consider the price of linen, is a very, very good deal indeed. Next, we have this fun Madras plaid silk Dupioni. I'm glad I got this. I'd kind of forgotten about it until I started making this video, but I think it's going to be really fun. I had initially thought pants, but it might be super cute as a skirt, or even like an A-line dress. That might work really well and be much easier to match with stripes than a pair of pants would be, because you got a lot more seams in pants to have to match up. And I have a couple of really cute A-line dresses, not A-line dresses, shift dresses. That would look really, really good in this fabric that I think would work well and be very cute and summery. And I could still wear them to court on a Friday with a jacket. So that's still in the works. But this is Dupioni. You can see that it has this sort of stiffness to it, and that is one of the characteristics of Dupioni. But I think it's going to be a really pretty summery look. I got 3 yards of this, so that came to $49.48. because I only got the 25% discount on this yardage because I did not need an entire bolt. I think it was like 10 yards or something, and that was just going to be way, way too much for this type of fabric that, you know, isn't really something that I would wear every day, but I think it's really fun for the summer. And last but not least is the Cruisewear Lilac Crepe de Chine. You can see that it's printed, so this side is brighter than the other. It is very sheer, as you can see, and the idea behind this is to make kind of a caftan bikini cover-up. One day I will go on a cruise with my fiance because he loves cruises, and then I will have the perfect thing to wear to lounge by the pool. I have never sewn crepe de chine. It is kind of pebbly, and you know, this is not the easiest fabric to work with, but I think a caftan would be pretty easy. It's just basically a big rectangle with some finished edges, maybe a little gathering and an inset kind of waistband. We shall see. I have a couple of different caftan patterns that would work for this, and I got 3 yards. This is another fabric that I only got 25% off of because I did not need all of it, and the total came to, this was actually the priciest fabric I bought. This was $78.72, which is expensive. But once again, last chance. And if I bought a silk caftan like this, it would probably be a lot more than that. So I'm actually saving money in the long run. Are you looking for more fabric inspiration and fabulous shopping? You totally want to check out this video coming up next. I know you're going to love it, and I'll see you over there.